Scott Borthwick struck his third 100 of the season, while Tremlett showed no effects of his trip to Durham from the Oval after being left out by England by claiming all 5 wickets to fall on the opening day of an LVCC Championship fixture, which has important ramifications at both ends of the First Division table. Gareth Batty inserted after winning the toss and watched Tremlett bowl Mark Stoneman with just his 5th ball of the match with an absolute perler. It was a wonderful start from Tremlett, a man who suddenly appears to have a lot of the country behind him. But as well as he bowled, he couldn't cause too many problems for Borthwick, a player who's come on leaps and bounds this summer. He was, of course, mainly a leg spinner who could score some handy runs at number 8, but no longer. These shots testify that he is now a classy batsman and one on the rise. Keaton Jennings was his partner. He's an opening bat from an almost forgotten age, a youngster who enjoys spending time at the crease waiting for the bad ball to play his shots. He'd done the hard work here in making a patient 35, but 10 minutes before lunch he edged Tremlett to Xander de Brain. Surrey, who included Hashim Amla in their side for the first time, started this match on the foot of the First Division table in the Championship after Derbyshire had grabbed some bonus points against Middlesex, while Durham are amongst the favourites to win the title this season. They did lose their last game to Middlesex, but Will Smith was showing that this was another day and an important one for his team, one which has lost parts of its bowling attack through injury. Tremlett aside, the Surrey bowlers didn't always get it right, and that allowed Borthwick to get to his 50 off 122 deliveries, 8 fours being included in it. But now he was well set, he looked in a determined mood to give nothing away. After all, he and Smith were by now batting their side into a good position. Especially when you bear in mind that they'd been put in after losing the toss on what appeared to be a decent enough surface to bat on, even though, as the recent Test match showed, scoring runs at the Emirates Durham International Cricket Ground this season has never been that easy. Totals of around 250 are normally around par in the first innings, but not this time. Smith completed a 98-ball half-century, and his partnership with Borthwick continued to grow well into the afternoon. It was noticeable that both Borthwick and Smith had plenty of time to play their shots, which may have had some questioning the wisdom of Batty's decision at the toss. But with that done some while back, he now had to hope for a wicket or two in the last session. It was after tea that Borthwick made it to 3 figures, another excellent knock from the 23-year-old, who seems to have been forgotten a little by England in recent times. On this evidence, his time with them or with the Lions will return before too long. He needed 199 balls for his ton, and he continued on after that as well. Smith also looked as if he would be knocking on 100's door as he moved into the 80s in a stand for the 3rd wicket of 183. Indeed, Surrey had to wait for 53 overs for some success, which came when Tremlett was given the second new ball and struck with it immediately by having Smith LBW for 86. In his next over, the tall bowler also had Michael Richardson strangled down the leg side with a rather wayward delivery, a wicket which put the hosts on 270 for 4. Borthwick now needed to finish off his day by getting through to the close. There didn't seem much doubt that he would do that at this stage as he continued to find the boundary to go to the highest score of his career. He also took his side past 300 for an important 3rd batting bonus point. But with time running out in the day, he just seemed to lose his concentration. There were a couple of streaky shots, and he was also put down by Gary Wilson at first slip. Then, having batted for just less than 6 hours, he was legged before to a full delivery from Tremlett, who now had 5 wickets in the innings for the 2nd time this summer and for the 11th time in his career. Borthwick had made a superb 135, leaving it to Paul Collingwood and Jamie Harrison, playing in only his 4th first-class game, to see out the last 15 minutes. That they did, and so Durham will go again on the second morning, handily placed on 309 for 5.